So that is why we are here this morning. So I'm going to go through some series of inspirational nuggets of wisdom with you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. But there are 4 factors that we are trying to break free from. And that is why we continue to be doing our masterclass nearly every time. And those 4 factors are ignorance, lack of understanding, lack of vision, unknown of our identity, of who we are, our purpose, and also our why. And that is the moment of the truth, whether we like it or not. But we can become a life learner. Why? Because mindset is everything. And without renewing your mindset, there will be no transformation, and there will be no freedom, and there will be no progress, and there will be no change. But everything in life requires hard work, dedication, commitment, sacrifice, investment, honesty, integrity, and gratitude. Once again, I want to welcome everyone that is joining us at this time. It's very important that we all relax this morning because I am sharing my inspirational nugget of wisdom in the areas of relationship, marriage, and family. Okay, so out of curiosity will keep you thirsty for more, and no matter your level of education, you can never stop learning because learning is living, and learning is lifelong. And Y.Y.C.I Mama supported me and said, and I quoted, "A thirst for knowledge is something that can never be quenched and should be a lifelong quest." So discover what you are capable of and keep yourself in a growth mindset and keep learning. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. And I believe that every one of them has a dream of the other, said by Walt Disney. Okay, Stephen Maribor said that when your mindset changes, everything changes along with it. And the only way your mindset can be changed is when you determine that you will shift your mindset from fixed mindset to growth mindset, and from negative to positive, and stay positive in your thinking. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, of course you can do it. As long as you really believe it 100%, said by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Limitation lives only in your minds. But if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limited, said by Jamie Paolinetti. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change, said by Y.Y.C.I. And that is why this morning and since the beginning of this month of May, we've been sharing with you on the mindset to transform your family, your marriage, and even your relationship. So today, the 24th of the 5th, 2024, allow me to quickly share with you my thoughts so that we can gain together, learn together, laugh together, and also impart into other people's life. But my own topic for today is mindset for transformation on relationship. Guess what? The very important topic, discouragement. How do you overcome discouragement? Is what I am going to be sharing with you this morning. I have a few questions to ask you. Have you been discouraged before? How do you feel when you were discouraged? What do you do when you experience discouragement? Very important topic. Very important question. Have you been discouraged before? How do you feel when you are discouraged? What do you do when you experience discouragement? And I think this question is very, very important to start the motion this morning, because I am going to unveil the truth with you this morning to say that yes, you can overcome it. Yes, you can deal with it. Yes, you can be happy even when there is discouragement. Have you heard the statement they said that every disappointment is a blessing in disguise? So you need to rise up, pick up your bed, and keep shining, because this discouragement will not stop you. I believe you are here for a purpose. You want to learn more about how to let go and rise above situation of discouragement. Do you also want to learn how to redirect and reposition yourself in the place of discouragement? Or do you want to gain energy in pursuing your own dreams, passion, and purpose, and override discouragement? And you also want to learn to reconnect, to restore, to build relationship, partnership in place of discouragement. How do you succeed against the odds? So as I share my inspirational nugget of wisdom this morning, I believe all this you will learn and your questions will be answered. Let's start with this. What caused discouragement? Let me bring you to a journey of this morning. Fear is behind more discouragement than we'd like to admit. The fear of criticism. What will they think? The fear of responsibility. What if I can't undo this? And the fear of failure. What if I blow it? Can cause a major onset of this discouragement. So what is the base word for discouragement then? The verb discourage has roots in the French words of discourager, which comes from the meaning away and courage or courage. So when you discourage someone, you can think of it as taking his courage or enthusiasm away. So that means, remember, we have this and we have courage. So courage is when you encourage yourself, when you build yourself up, when you're excited. Then when you add this to it, is the opposite. That means you discourage. You are discouraged of the attitude of people. You are discouraged of what is going on. You are discouraged because your expectation was not met. You are discouraged because somebody hurt you. You are discouraged because people keep on putting you down. You are discouraged because nobody is supporting you in what you are doing. Even as you stay on this platform today, you can be discouraged not to stay, not to learn, not to build yourself up, not to develop yourself. It's so easy. Signs you are feeling discouraged. Anyone can have an off day at work once in a while, but there are a few ways you can identify bigger issues that may lead to burnout. Here are some signs that you may be feeling discouraged in your career. Like, you might feel like calling up sick. You might get to work and feel uninterested, or you might be working and not performing well, or you might be withdrawing yourself from social activities, or you might be losing the contact or losing the hope and the joy and the trust that you've already built. These are the signs when you just go to work anyhow, anytime you like, or you just do the work just like that, or you build yourself you make yourself the system of that organization, not doing what can help or support or even expand the business or organization. All these things are signs of discouragement. Or your mind is not there while you are working, and probably you are thinking of even leaving the job or going somewhere else. Or so many discouragement can happen. And these are the signs that you watch out for. You feel unwilling to accept new tasks. You are not creative anymore like you always do right from the beginning. You don't feel excited to go to work most days. You don't see the impact of your work. You don't feel you have any advancement opportunity. You lack focus when you work. And if you're experiencing any of these signs, there are several steps you can take to feel motivated about your job. Same thing will happen to your relationship. You might not see what you are seeing now. You might not feel the way you were feeling when you started the relationship. You might see that one of you are withdrawing from that romantic or emotional attachment. You might feel you are being left alone, or you are being abandoned, or you are being rejected. You might feel you are being used or taken for granted. You might feel what you want to say doesn't mean anything. So these are the things that can be a sign for you when you are being discouraged in relationship, marriage, and family. But the moment of truth is, mindset is everything. This is the moment of truth that happiness depends on our mindset. Mindset open opportunities. It depends on how you see it, and also opportunity to learn. It exposes us into reality of life and genuineness. Maybe you have started with us on this masterclass right from the first day of May. And you are thinking, oh my God, it's getting all along. I'm tired, I'm fed up, oh, I don't have this, oh, I can't be bothered anymore. It's a sign of discouragement. So, but the moment of truth is this happiness, this mindset of yours that brings happiness. It will also exposes us into reality of life and genuineness. Mindset is how we judge the situation, the environment we are in, the challenges we are facing, how we perceive others around us, those we are working with, our spouse, our children, family, marriage, how we treat ourselves and treat others. So the state of our mind matters, especially on the above topic. As the word of God says, as a man thinks, so is he. So what are you thinking at this moment? Remember, we are still talking about transforming relationship, marriage, and family. How do you perceive it? Do you join the others saying that marriage can never work? Or marriage is just a piece of paper? Do you join other people that says family are not oriented anymore in this world? Do you join other family that you cannot trust anyone and relationship is just a saying and there is no more love? Do you also join some people and say, oh, all men, all women are the same? I cannot love, I cannot trust, and I cannot relate with them. This is why we keep on saying and speaking and repeating and sharing these words of moment. So whatever is in your mind matters. Whatever informations that your friends, your families, your co-workers, your surroundings, your group, your association, the words you have picked up from them or the words you have picked up from saloon, from barber shop, from shopping mall might be installed into your mindset. And whatever you install into your mindset is what you will think about and believe. So the only way to live happily, peacefully, and harmony with one another in this world is for everyone to admit it, that we are all different and we are not perfect. And we have the right to make our own choice, to say whatever we want to say. We have a choice. And we also have a choice to make mistakes, because no one is above mistakes. We learn and we gain experience from our mistakes. We all have the ability to choose our tradition, the religion. Like me, I chose the Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and my Savior. It's okay for you if you want to choose another religion, or the way to serve God, the universe. We have the right and we have the ability to choose the culture that we want to embrace. For example, I'm from Africa. I have the culture already, but then I'm here in UK. Do I want to embrace the culture and live peacefully, happily in this country as well? And also still respect one another. You respect your own culture. You also respect the culture of others. We all have the ability to choose and get better understanding, because better understanding will bring peace in your home, in your family, in your marriage, and even in any relationship. Better understanding will heal the wounds. Better understanding will promote peace. Better understanding will make everyone to live happily, joyfully, and also unity among us and love. However, the state of our mindset will determine how we behave, our attitude, our character. So it is very important to get the right information about ourselves, who you are, your purpose, who you are. For example, I am who I am in Christ Jesus. I don't have duplicate. I am who I am. I am the original. So who are you matters if you know it. And store it in your mind. Because if you know who you are and it's right in your mind, the way you will behave will be different. The only problem is majority of us always put ourselves down, always please people, and also trying to be perfect because we don't know who we are. And sometimes we put ourselves vulnerable to others, and that is why they use us, they abuse us, because you don't know who you are. Because if you know who you are and it's right in you, you believe in yourself. You will believe in yourself and you will be perfect of yourself. You will develop yourself and you will add value to it. Remember, our topic is still transforming relationship. Mindset for transforming relationship, marriage, and family. But remember something, how we believe dictates the way we operate and perform and behave and become. How we perceive ourselves and perceive others is always going to be through your belief system. Your belief as well dictates how you manage what is being kept in your hands. And then how we share it equally, any other things with others. How you see others, how you bend down to pick up somebody else up, how you show love and show compassion and show empathy. It all depends on what you yourself believe. So, I have a question to ask you this morning. What can stop you from not having a change mindset? What can change? What can stop you from not changing your mindset? Disappointment, discouragement because of what other people have done and said to you, or somebody has hurt you, or you've been disappointed because your expectations have not been reached, discord, or disunity, or doubting yourself, denial, or distraction. So what can stop you from not having a changed mindset? Because like I will always let you know that mindset is everything. If you can't renew your mindset, if you can't grow your mindset, there will be no transformation, there will be no progress, and there will be no happiness. So that is why I have come strongly this morning to challenge you to change your mindset, renew your mindset, and grow your mindset. The reason why I started this way is because there is no point if your mindset is fixed and you have a negative mindset. There is no point listening to what I need to share with you about transforming relationship, marriage, and family. Because you will say, oh, yeah, it's another story. Oh, yes, it cannot be possible. Oh, yes, I will be who I am. I mean, I will just be who I am. I don't want to change. I'm okay the way I am. I have my own philosophy. I have my own beliefs. That is why I'm starting this morning with this mindset. But there are many ways to change your mindset. We have dreams, like I always say, you need to dream. You are building relationship, you also have to dream. How do you want your relationship to be? How do you want your marriage to be in the next 10 years? How do you want your family to be for a long time? Your children. So you need to dream. What kind of resources do you want to use? How do you want to build your family wealth? Is it a job you want, or do you want to start your own business? And if you're going to start a business, what kind of business do you want to do? What kind of career do you want to start? Or you've started a career before building a relationship? Oh, yes, okay, of course. How do you want to go far with your career? So you need to have a dream. Remember Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu, we always say, dream big. And if your dream does not scare you, you need to dream again. Why? Because you have greatness in you. Because you are creative. Because you are full of ideas. It's only if you can unleash the power that is in you out, then you discover who you are, discover your gift, discover your talent, discover even skills that you want to develop. Then you will know that you need to dream big. But then when you dream big, you need to start small. You need to start a little by little and climb the ladder. You don't climb the ladder from the top. You start from the bottom, and then stage by stage, you start climbing. The same thing happens to relationship. Home is not built in a day. A room is not built in a day. Even your home, your marriage, your family, you cannot build it overnight. It's ongoing. And that's why we call it transforming, ongoing. You learn by the way. You grow and you learn. You grow and you're learning. So if you start a relationship now, then you started your relationship. You just finished your ceremony of wedding, and you're about to build a family alongside with it. Then you have to have a dream. You and your spouse need to have a dream. You need to have a vision so that you are not stuck on the way. When you have a dream, it gives you energy, it gives you power, it gives you assurance, it gives you credibility, and it also gives you certainty. So you need to have a dream. Goals, you need to set goals for your dream. What do you want to achieve in your first year of marriage? What do you want to achieve in your relationship with this person? What do you want to achieve in the family within a short period and also the long period? So you need to set your goals, but make sure the goals are realistic, because sometimes we are caught up of having a bigger, massive goal within a short period. It cannot work. That's where frustration comes. That's where discouragement comes. So you need to set a goal. Then desire to be an impactful leader. Remember, I said all of us are leaders, but you have to build the leadership in you. First of all, you need to bring it out of you and start developing, learning some skills so that you can be an impactful leader. Because everything you learn is not only for you, it's for you to duplicate it and impact into others. Then decision on how you want to lead. You might be the man in the house. As the word of God says, the man is the head of the family or head of your wife. How do you want to guide your wife? How do you want to lead your family? Then D, discipline yourself as a leader. There's so many distractions out there, so many temptations out there. Sometimes if you are not careful, you might find yourself lost after somebody else, while your own beautiful diamond is right beside you. So you need to discipline yourself. Nobody can do that for you. If you want to live a righteous life, if you want your relationship, your marriage, your family to be holy, to be well-pleasing, and for you to enjoy with peace of mind, then you need to discipline yourself. Trials will come, temptations will come, tests will come. But if you start now to discipline yourself, you will see that you can overcome the lust of the flesh and many other things. Even the way we spend money, even the way we interact, even the way we build ourselves up. Then the next one, diligence in what we are doing as a leader, as wife, as husband, leader of the family, and even building relationship with others. Be diligent because you are a leader. Then be honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself and be honest to others. Let your integrity level rise up. Very soon, I will be doing some teaching on integrity on the platform of VOC, Nigeria VOC Integrity Academy. I'll be teaching a lot so that we can inspire ourselves as a leader. Because if your integrity is breached, then that's where you entertain corruption. That's where you entertain distrust. But if you are honest to yourself, then you can also live an honesty and integrity life. And you can lead with this great honesty and integrity. So these are just few ways to change your mindset. So what are you thinking at the moment? After I've shared with you the A, B, C, D, E, F, G of ways to change your mindset. If you want me to go all along, I can reach Z. But today, let me just stop there for ways to change your mindset. Discouragement and disappointment and distraction and destruction may try to pull you down, but don't give up. Don't quit. But you are the next on the list to be remembered and to be favored. So never give up, not quit. Remember, my kind of teaching is not really a traditional teaching. This is an inspiration to inspire you to change your mindset and change the perspective of how you look at relationship, marriage, and family. Because if your mindset is renewed, if your mindset is transformed, the way you look at things will change. That is why I am sharing my inspiration nugget of wisdom. First step to getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. We need to keep moving. Every day is changing. Every day is another new day, a new dawn, a new ideas, a new creativity, a new show, a new blessing. So every day we are stopping. We are moving on. So always make up your mind that you will not stay there. It's so easy to stay in our comfort zone, but little you can do, little you can perform, little your family can progress if you stay in your comfort zone. So desire to become better in life. Sometimes we find ourselves wanting to change another people. But do you know that you don't have the power to change others? But you can change yourself. And when you change yourself, you influence everything around you and everybody around you. So if you can change, others will change. Why? How are you going to do that? By becoming a better in life. Develop yourself. That's what we call personal development. Before any other thing, before even profession, even before you become successful, develop yourself. In relationship, in business, and even in your leadership, by changing your mindset, set goals, take actions, and get better. Change is needed, especially in this modern world of technology. Let's look at it that way. Things have changed for the past 10 years now. Technology is rolling in. Are you going to find yourself just being idle or mediocre, or saying to yourself it is not possible for you to change, and doing the things, applying the wisdom that you have already known for many years, or the principles and the curriculums and policies that is not fitting to this century? You need to change. You need to be willing to change yourself. The way we do things now is far different. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. The way we do business now, you can agree with me that everything has changed. I've once been a school governor. So the way they're doing things in schools now is different from now. So that is why we need to channel our mindset from fixed mindset to growth mindset, and keep renewing and growing our minds with the right information. We change mindset. Without change mindset, there will be no change. And without change, there will be no progress. And change will bring efficiency, good performance, quality performance, fulfillment, satisfaction in your life. We are still talking about the mindset for relationship, the mindset for transforming your relationship, your marriage, and even the family. Because if you can work on yourself, trust me, we are all into it. I am not perfect. That's why we are all together learning on this masterclass. We are learning from one another. So if you can busy developing yourself, then you can reflect in a positive way in your family, in your relationship, and even in your marriage. So to move forward or progress in life, we need to first of all forget the past. Why? The past is past, the present is present, and the future is future. The past will only hold you back. Yes, they have hurt you. Yes, you've been discouraged. Yes, you've been disappointed. Yes, they didn't meet your expectation. Yes, they've hurt you badly. Yes, but guess what? These things will hold you back if you keep dreaming and thinking and reacting on those past. So forget your past and move on. Open a new chapter. Open a new book. Create a new story, because you have the power, oh yes, to create a new story, to write a new story, to open a new chapter. Focus on your goals. Remember, right from the beginning, I said that you need to set a goals after you've dreamed what you want to do or what you want to become, who you want to become, and what you want to achieve. Then focus on the goals that you've set for yourself, for your relationship, for your marriage, and even for your family. So open. When you focus, you will see that the energy of focusing on your focus will be more better than the energy you are putting into your past and in your discouragement. Because discouragement will only drag you back. The discouragement will only hold you back. The discouragement will only stop you and limit you. But you have greatness in you. Face the challenges. Don't run away from those challenges. Why? The challenges are for a purpose. When you face it, when you deal with it, when you overcome it, you become wiser, better, and stronger. And not only that, you will be a hero or moral model to somebody else out there. You will be the solution, the problem solver. You will be the solution carrier. And you will be able to inspire and motivate others. But if you shy away from it, you will meet it. You shy away from it now, you meet it there. If you cannot overcome this, you cannot overcome the one that you face. The one that we face later might be higher, bigger, or it might be lesser. So face your challenges and deal with it. Find solution. Find ways of facing and dealing and overcoming those challenges, especially in relationship, marriage, and family. We have so many issues. Sometimes we sweep them under the carpet. Sometimes we pretend all is well. Sometimes we ignore that and exchange it by chasing the winds. Sometimes we ignore that problem, that issues in the relationship, and we are joining the rat race. I want to make it. I want to succeed. I want to make it. I want to succeed. I want to achieve. Yes, you will succeed. You will achieve, but you need relationship. You need somebody to be there for you when you are feeling your down, when you are in your low period. You need somebody that will stir you up, that will say, yes, my husband, yes, my wife, you can do it. Even when looks like it is not possible, but your inspiration will help others. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can achieve it. You can even use your own experience and your wisdom to help others. That is why it is so important that you face the challenges, because you have what it takes to overcome. You have what it takes to win the battles of life. Fight the battle. Yes, we believe in God of the universe that can fight our battle for us, because the scriptures tell us that he can fight our battle for us to hold our peace. The scriptures also tells us that we are more than a conqueror. The scriptures also tells us that greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. The scriptures also tells us that those are for us are more than those that are against us, because those that are against us are physical, but the ones behind us that we are doing what we are doing, they are more than those that we can see. So fight the battle, knowing that you are not alone. God is with you. You are fighting, and God is fighting for you. And the fight of God is more greater than what you are fighting. And he can win it for you. He can overcome it for you. And that's why we get the assurance of we are more than a conqueror. Follow your heart. Oh, yes. When you are dealing with issues in relationship, when you are discouraged of so many things in your life, follow your heart. What's in your heart? What are you thinking? What's in your mindset? What is right for you? What is right for your spouse? What is right for your family? What is right for this relationship you are building? Always follow your heart, because your heart will not deceive you. The whole world can say whatever they want to say. Listen to them, yes, but then feed your mindset with positive, creative, and constructive words. When you listen to their opinion, don't just jump into conclusion that, yes, that's the way. Research, think, study, and all before you take action. Very important. Okay, So how to overcome feeling discouraged? How? How do you want to overcome this feeling discouraged? Here are some inspirations I will share with you this morning. Make a list of what is really discouraging you in your marriage. It could be anything. Maybe your expectation that you set up, maybe it's not been met. Maybe you are putting more, you are investing into your children's life, your husband's life, your marriage, and you think like, oh, no one is even recognizing it. Maybe you are doing something great for yourself, and people are just ignoring you and neglecting you. Maybe you want to say some things and you've already been discouraged of saying it because you might think, who cares to know? Who cares to want to listen? Maybe you are being shut down when you were younger and you've developed the habit of keeping quiet. Make a list. Because once you make that list, then start thinking about how can I overcome this? Remember, mindset is everything. How do you overcome it? Maybe you need to have a mentor. Maybe you need to watch some inspirational and motivational videos and tapes and also study. I'm also in it. I remember when I was discouraged, no job, but I was working hard at home as a housewife, taking care of the children, which I know that majority of women will feel. They'll feel like that. Or I'm only here after my degree, after my this, and now all what I do is tidying up the house, doing domestic work, cooking, and not taking care of the children. You can be discouraged easily with that. But I have a good news for you. My first business was established while I was housewife because I did not let that situation stop me. And I had a goal. I have a vision that one day, I will use what I've done, what I was doing then. I will use to inspire women to say, your present situation is just temporal. You can rise above it. It's just for a while. No condition is permanent. And guess what? Who told you are just raising children up and you're just cooking and all that kind of thing? It's skills. I will tell you, you are developing your skills, you are developing yourself. You are supporting the great family you have. Some people are not, they haven't reached where you've done. They haven't reached where you are. You got lovely children, you got wonderful husband, and you are supporting them. Supporters are they are the great heroes in the whole world. And then you are supporting your family. While you are doing that, maybe you just need to encourage yourself, say, all right, how can I do better? How can I do it? How can I support my husband? Even though he's going out to do the work and bring money home, still, how can I support? How can I love these children more? How can I contribute to what they're doing, their development? Maybe you need to start thinking about that. Instead of being sitting down, folding your arms, lamenting, oh, I'm only here. Degree is just one of it. The degree is that you went to school to discipline your mind, to discipline your knowledge. But then you can apply the same in your marriage, in your home, in your family. I remember my first interview in this country of UK. I don't have any experience, working experience in this country. But I was working hard, raising kids, doing this, developing myself, listening to tapes like Tony Robbins, Les Brown, reading my Bible. I was just developing myself. So it was time when the children now grew to a certain stage and I want to work. My first interview, I went there with boldness. I went there with confidence. Guess what they will ask me? Have you had an experience before? I laughed. They were like, is this person serious? I laughed. And I said, let me tell you this. It might not be the experience you are looking at, but I can tell you that the same principle, I have applied it in my home. Experience of working as a team. I have a team already in my home, my husband and my children. So we're working together. Experience of managing finances. I'm in charge of the finance. Managing finance in my home. It's still the same principle. So and many more like that I was applying. When it comes to, okay, multitask. Oh, yes. I can work in the kitchen at the same time cleaning up. I can work and cooking and at the same time taking care of my babies, my children. Say, wow, wow. They have never seen anybody talk like that. I said, that's experience. Experience is experience, either small or large, either in a secular world or in your home. And what happened? Guess what happened? I got the job. Just because of that boldness. My first job was in local government management board. I got the job. I might not have the experience you are looking at, but as the same principle, I apply it in my home. And I've got experience. And I can even do better than the theory. And another thing I also say, if you are willing to learn, and you are willing to develop yourself, that's what makes it all about. I am willing to learn. I am willing to develop myself. I got the job. I got the job. So what I'm trying to say is that never be discouraged in any situation you find yourself. Never been, even if you are at home, you can read. I remember that was where I started reading all kinds of books. By that time, physical book is more popular than e-books and that we all have now. I invested my pocket money in those books. My husband would say, "At this book, what are you doing?" I said, because the knowledge there is for life, it's for the future. So he gives me pocket money, I invest in the books. In fact, at that time, my books are more than the clothes in the wardrobe. The clothes you wear, wears out, you throw it away, you buy another one. But books, the knowledge, when you read it and apply it to your life, it's for life. So why will you be discouraged? Because you're raising your family. You're raising your kids. Why you be discouraged? Because you're not there yet. You just started your marital life. Things are tough. Everybody in this world face problem. We are with problem to be solved. We are with problem. And the problem you are facing now, majority of people are facing the same thing. So if you can overcome it, you are helping others. You are preparing to help others. And that is how I started motivating the women in their own house, my neighbors, telling them that no hope is lost. So why will you make you discouraged? You do the exam and you fail. Let me give you my example. I failed several times with what they call what they call it in Nigeria now, YYCI or GCE. In Nigeria, I fail and fail and fail. I repeated classes. But where I am today, because I never give up. Failure is just the sign that you start, you make an attempt. Failure is a sign for you that there's room for development. Failure is also a sign or an evidence for you to learn more skills. I remember my teacher, Mrs. Chobo, I will never forget her. When I finally reached the higher class and I failed my YYCI or GCSE, I was so discouraged. Say, what is it now? No hope for the hopeless. I failed. So where am I going? She called me aside and said, let me give you a story. There are some people, they will go straight, pam, 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 pass the exam, go to A levels, pass the A levels, go to university, pass the university, and then go and get a job. That is straightway. It's for some people. not for all of us. But he said some people will crawl like a snail. You know that snail will get to where you want to get to at the end, but it will still crawl. It will still crawl, but it will get there in the end. And while they are crawling, they pick this up, they pick this up, they pick this up, they see this, they experience this. They do some training. They develop their skills. They learn skills. They develop their gifts and talent. Now you now know the reason why I am multitask and multi-talent and multi-award. Because I was busy building, reading. Another thing is, when you look at majority of the successful ones out there, let's say 90% of them, and they worked hard, their lives in the beginning was try and error, try and error, try and error. The same thing will happen to your marriage. The same thing will happen to your family. Because you can guarantee me, I can guarantee you that what I knew now, what I'm knowing now, I never know it 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. If I have known it then, maybe it could have been more better, but then I will still continue to learn. They always say love is blind. But then marriage is an eye-opener. Like my mom will say, the marriage is for you to go there and learn. It's a learning cup. It's a classroom for learning. You don't go to the marriage and know it all. There are new things, even your own new husband. When you know that you've been courted for 5 years, 10 years, you think you know each other? No. It is when you are now close to each other that openness start coming. You start seeing the reality of lives, seeing who he is, because we are now close. And some of it might be irritating. That's where patience and prayer, tolerance is. Because you need to tolerate that you are not your husband is not you. And you have to learn. You have to develop yourself. You have to get better. So focus on the work, not the reward yet. The reward will come later. You must see some of your friends, they are doing well in their marriage. They are doing well with their family. Their children are so good. Focus on yours. Focus on building yours. First of all, build your life. And then build your marriage. And then build your relationship. And build your family. Every one of us has the race. Every one of us has our path to tread on. Every one of us has the level of our speed. So you don't look at that. You look at yours and focus. Have you seen when they are running? Everybody's got their lane and they are pursuing. They are pursuing. They are running. They don't cross to another lane. They didn't look aside to see how the other ones are coming. They are focusing and they are running. They are focusing and their focus is giving them energy to run. The same thing you will do with your marriage. You have your own level of your speed. You have your path to focus on and not the reward yet. That's what we call transforming. You are transforming your relationship. You are transforming your marriage. And you are transforming your family. Very important. Let's move on. We are still to continue on discouragement in relationship, marriage, and family. Consider speaking with others. Speaking with others. Let me draw your attention to something. Not everyone you see that you open up to. You have to build the trust before you move to talk to anybody else. Maybe you need to seek for professional counseling. Maybe you need to seek to talk to your pastor or your mentor or the elderly people that you've already seen their own lives as well that influence you. So consider speaking with others about it, not your friends, because I can assure you that majority of friends are also in your position and they might give you the wrong advice. So not your friends. I remember majority of my friends are older than me because I want to draw from their wisdom, their knowledge, and also their wisdom. Their wisdom, their knowledge, and their experiences. So maybe you need to look at that as well. So consider speaking to others, but who are the others? Not anybody. You have to quantify it. You have to categorize it. You have to trust that person. You have to even draw closer, build relationship first. And then you are building the trust because you can open up. Because you know why? You can open up to the wrong person and that can damage you and damage your marriage. So you need to know who to share with. Help someone else while you are still growing through. Because that's one problem and there's one truth in this life. While you are still talking about how big your problem is, when you listen to others and they share their own problem, you will feel like hiding your own problem. Because probably you've discovered that, I'm complaining that I don't have shoe to wear. What about the person that doesn't have even the leg to wear the shoe? That's more reason why, while you are facing yours, find somebody to help, to support, to advise, to inspire in respect of what you are going through. And when you are doing that, you are reducing your own tension, your pressure, your problem. You are reducing it because your focus is not on what you are feeling or what you are experiencing. Your focus is now on another person that you want to help. Trust me, I am doing that. Look for other influencing factors. Oh, yes. Something that will inspire you to do more. I remember some times ago when I think I was discouraged and fed up of even my marriage. I was so fed up. And even all the advice given to me was wrong advice by others around me. I said to myself, I have invested in it, like my pastor will say, thank God for Pastor Matthew, say, what you invested on, it will be difficult for you to walk away from it. So if you invest in your marriage, if you invest in your children, if you invest in your relationship, if you invest in your family, it will be difficult for you to move out of it. Because investment is great investment. And when you are investing, you are buying books, you are reading, you are watching videos, you are listening to tapes, you are going for seminars, you are going for conferences just because you want your relationship to work, you want your marital life to work, you want your family to be better. That's a great investment. You're spending quality time with your family, with your spouse, with your relationship. That there are some so-called friends. You have to do away with them in order for you to focus. So that's another factor. Because sometimes bad influence can affect you, can affect your relationship, and can also affect your marriage. Bad influence from families, from friends, relatives, co-workers. Some people will hear some story from barber shop and they will go and react it in their home. Some people will listen to what is going on, what the others are saying in the saloon, and they will react. Maybe one of them will say, my husband can never do this to me. And I will not take any nonsense. Maybe the person is even in denial, or maybe the person is even lying. But they will take it up, go to their family and start raising their egos and say, yes, no one talk to me. Especially we career people. We think we know it all. We think we've learned a lot. There's no submissive. There's no humility. So these are the factors that you need to be looking on. How can I get better? By the special grace of God, myself and my husband, we've been married for 32 years now. But we haven't started again. We haven't started at all. The way we are building ourselves up now. We want to learn more. We want to know more. We want to improve. What we're supposed to have known and we didn't know, we want to know it now. So that in the next 30 or 50 years, we can apply it and enjoy our lives together. We want to court again, go into courtship again, go into friendship again, go into, liking each other like before. But we have to do it in a greater way, better way. So we are learning new skills every day. We are watching videos and after the videos, we are analyzing it because we are not perfect, because it's about transformation. As long as we live, we want to experience the transformation, not only just speaking it, not just only just preaching it, but we want to experience it. We want to be like a small baby that is just rising up again. We want to recap of where we started, when we first started, where we're saying, I love you, I love you. But this time we've known better, so we want to do it better. We want our love to be stronger. But you need to try new projects, learn new skills, go for seminars, masterclasses, read your Bible, pray and get closer to God, trust God more to direct you and direct your spouse and direct your family. Very important. So consider also your career goals. Is your goals, your career goals, is it suitable for the present at the moment? Maybe you just started your marital life. Maybe one of you need to slow down. So is your career goals, are they realistic? Remember, the family are coming in, the younger one are coming in, you are giving birth to children. Is your career goals really suitable at that time? Or do you have to suspend it? There are so many things I personally have to suspend. I mean, when we first started, I used to travel before I even started my marital life. I traveled a lot. But it comes to a stage that I have to make decision not to travel. So that what we are building, we build it together, we love together. So I didn't travel for more than 15 years. Because I know that whatever I'm investing now, there will be glory in the end. So you need to consider that. I love to go out, not just going out, I don't like party, but I love to meet people, leaders, so that we can reason together, share our views together, connecting, networking. I love it so much. But it's a certain stage, I have to slow down. Certain time, I have to stop. Because whatever you are doing for your family, your marriage, your relationship matters. And it's a bigger, better investment. Then you can reflect on your values, the value of your friend, your husband, your friends, your family. What's your values? What's the values of family, values of marriage, values of building relationship, healthy relationship? What's the values? So you need to reflect and keep growing every day. Consider a job change. Oh, yes. Sometimes you might want to do that. By nature, I'm an administrator and secretary. By nature, I'm very creative and industrious at the same time. So I can be working for the government and at the same time, I'm creating from small businesses. I was so flexible. You have to be flexible. I remember when I was pursuing this career of designing and publishing, comes a stage I have to slow down because of my children. And then when I slow down, when I want to make sure that I'm not just sitting down at home doing nothing, I have to learn how to do care for older people. So I went for the training of health care, social care, to care for the elderly. So I went for the training. And guess what? From being a secretary, being a PA to the director, to come and become a health care in a nursing home. I have to change that for a moment. It's not for permanent. So I have to change that so that I can be there for these children and my husband. So I changed where I used to put on my suit, do my hair properly, get my handbag, leave home to go to work, even travel sometimes. I have to, and the fact that we move from another for the city to come to a quiet place, you understand? I have to be there. So I have to change my career at that time and become a nursing healthcare, working in a nursing home to take care of the elderly. I did that for 6 years. Sometimes I have to work night. I have to work day. And on top of it, I have to go and do some cleaning while I'm doing the training for the health care. So that's why I am multitask. So I have to do that. So I have experience of being a nursing. I have the experience of being a director. I have the experience of being a desktop publisher. I have an experience of being, so I have to do that. Even being a cleaner. So when the times come, you have to readjust yourself to suit the family you want to build for the future. So consider a job change. In fact, during that time, I have to become a school governor because I'm always there. When they're going for a trip, I'm there. Parents meeting, I'm there. So I'm school governor is in between the interaction in between the parents and the teachers. So I have to change. I have to do all this. So how do you fight discouragement? So instead of me being discouraged that, oh, I'm just raising the children. Oh, I'm just a wife. I've got first class in education. Let me also tell you this. It's so funny. I wrote a book on Yes, You Can. And that my book reached the whole world, every corner of this world. It's in the hands of more than thousands of 3,000 leaders. And then I summarized the book, I posted it on the Facebook. And a young woman saw the summary and read it and contacted me that can there still hope? Because I've been discouraged already. She narrated the story. So to summarize the story, she's a first class student as a pharmacist. Okay? But unfortunately, she got pregnant with this man, and then she's at home. And the man is working hard so that he can feed the family. But the woman have to stay home to take care of that lovely, beautiful girl. And then she contacted me. What is my own opinion? So by the time I finished with her within 6 months, the person that is lamenting that she has no job, she's just sitting at home taking care of this child, I feel like looking away. Even some of her friends are saying, go and drop your child with your mom and then travel abroad to Canada to get a job and all that kind of thing. I told her frankly, you are not leaving Cameroon. You are staying there to make it. And you are still going to build your family life happily. So by the time we finish all the conversation, the consultation, everything like that, by the time we finish, guess what? She end up, because I have to open her, I have to really help her with her mindset. And also through our discussion and consultation, I have to set her a journey of looking into herself, her gift, what she can do, what she's doing, that she think it is not worthy or profitable. So I have to start helping her through. After 6 months, then she took action. She took this, she did that. A year after, she became an entrepreneur. She had 3 businesses. Number 1, she now applied her idea of her pharmaceutical skills, apply it and create a cream that will help the ladies to grow their hair. That's number 1. Number 2, she's very creative that she can do rugs and carpets. So she started bringing things together and start making that rugs. Number 3, she now has her own pharmaceutical store where she sells all her products and also other creams and also medicine. So she has 3 businesses. She became an entrepreneur. And then when I now call her a year after, or 1.5 years, I don't hear from you. Is everything okay? Mama, I'm doing good. I say, why? I've got businesses. Are you still married? Oh, yes, I'm married. I'm still married with the same man. How's your child? She is growing. She's going to one of the private school. We have a good family together. We are happy. Then I asked her a funny question. Do you still want to go to Canada? No, that one is out of the window. Wow. Look at that transformation. That's what we are talking about. So instead of sitting down being discouraged, you can pick yourself up and start reassessing, reevaluating yourself. Know your strengths, know your weakness. Discover your gifts. Remember, we always say YYCI is a home of discovery, development, and demonstration. That's what we meant. You discover yourself, you discover your gift, you discover your life, you discover the skills that you can develop, and then you show it. Even with that, let me give you an example. Majority of our men, they like to go and watch football, isn't it? One day I was traveling and there was very big traffic on the way. And then I'm wondering what is going on. They are all trying to go and watch somebody else. I mean, I can say David Beckham, maybe if you are familiar with him, and other people playing. That is where the thought came to me and said, and that's where the thought now gets to me, that somebody discover himself, discover he can play, discover and develop skills, and then now is demonstrating. And the whole world are paying millions of money to come and watch him because they will pay for the ticket to come in. Let's also use the World Cup for example. Some of our friends here in UK, if the World Cup is going to be in Italy or France, you know what? They've started saving their money. They've started booking their tickets, which is not cheap at all. They started booking their holiday because that is their fun time. Why? Because they are traveling, they are planning to travel to another country to watch somebody else that has discovered their gifts, developed their gifts, learn more skills to enhance their gifts, and they are demonstrating it on the field for them to come and watch. So they invested, they saved their money, they paid their money, they spent their money on other people that have already discovered, developed, and demonstrating their gift. The same thing happens to you in your house. The same thing happens when you are building your relationship. Always look at the opportunity, not the problem. Always shift your mindset from negativity to positive. Always shift your mindset from fixed. This is how we're doing it. This is how I believe it. Shift it to growing your mindset with positive, with right information. That's what we're talking about. There's so many people successful in business and they are also happily married for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. So it's possible to build your home. It's possible to build relationship. If somebody else discouraged you, disappointed you, hurt you, you can shake yourself, unshackle yourself and move forward. If you are struggling in your marriage, in your family, about finances, emotional problem, violence, abuse, everything, learn. Go and read some books. Go and research. Seek professional helps. Because it's an investment. And whatever you are doing for generation to come. One of our speakers spoke on this masterclass, said, whatever action you are taking now, it's either you damage another generation or build another generation. It's either you discourage them or you encourage them. So what are you building now? What are you developing now? What are you transforming now will be a legacy for the future. So it's very important. So how do you fight discouragement? I really will not finish up all this today because I'm still waiting for a speaker to come in. But I will just pause here. Maybe next time when there is opportunity for me as well to speak on this masterclass before the end of this month, I will continue where I stop. So let me just round up with this word. How do you fight discouragement? How to overcome discouragement and live the life you were made to live. Start talking to yourself. Oh, yes, I can do it. I can change it. Yes, I can. I can overcome it. I can take it. I can win it. I can rise above every situation because greater is it that's in me, because I have the ability, because I have the power. When you start talking to yourself, energy rises up. Celebrate yourself. Who are you? Celebrate who you are. Celebrate whom you've become. Celebrate the ability. Celebrate the relationship you are building. Celebrate your spouse. Celebrate your family. Be full of gratitude. Be thankful. When it is time for honeymoon, go for honeymoon. When it's time to celebrate your anniversary, celebrate it. When it is time for you to celebrate your success, celebrate it. Celebrate your children's performance. Celebrate their achievement. Celebrate your husband. Even the fact that he's bringing money home every day. And even both of you are even working is a blessing. Celebrate the achievement you've made so far. Celebrate what God has done in your life. Even for you to have woke up this morning, celebrate it. Why? Because majority slept yesterday, they didn't wake up this morning. So celebrate that opportunity, that second chance that you have been given. Celebrate everything. Then prune your negative vibe. How? By shifting your mindset. Changing what? Changing your association, changing your friends, changing what you are watching, changing what you are reading, changing what you are watching, changing the atmosphere that you find yourself. You can shift because where you are, the association, the friends that surrounds you, if it's negative, if it is positive, it will affect you. It will. Establish boundaries. Not everybody, yes, you can love the whole world, but you cannot like the whole world. You can love the whole world, but you cannot build your relation with the whole world. Even Jesus Christ, when he first started, he has the crowd that follows him. Then it's all reduced to the 12 disciples. And from 12 disciples, it reduces to 3 people. And then even from there, at the last minute, he is now on his own, on the mountain praying. So establish your boundary. What do you want? What do you expecting? What do you want your standard to be? Your relationship to be? You're transforming your style. So you need to set your boundary so that everyone will see and they will respect that. Establish your boundary. Speak your boundary. Share and communicate your expectations. When you do that, you are not for everybody, but you are for some selected people. Go for quality, not quantity. Very important. Set your boundary. Who can come into your lives? Who can come into your group, your circle? Who can relate with you? Who can pick up the phone and you talk to them direct? Who can have your personal emails and numbers? Who can you spend more time with? Because not everybody you spend your time with. So establish that boundary. And even with your family as well. Know the kind of friends you have. Know the kinds of friends your spouse has. Know the kinds of friends your friends have. It's very important. They say sometimes, show me your friends, and I will know exactly what you are doing or how you are achieving or whom you will become. So surround yourself with positive people, like-minded people, people that are going somewhere, people that have vision, people that both of you can challenge yourself and also lift yourself up. Not people that will defend you, they pretend. People that they'll be afraid to talk to you or to correct you. So establish your boundary. Okay, so this is where I will stop today. I believe that you've all are enjoying what we have shared. I was waiting for a speaker for today, but it looks like it's not going to happen because we've already reached 11:45 here. So I want to believe that she will join us very soon because we still have time for her. So let me just quickly see what is going on. So I believe that you've really listened to the little, I will say, of my own inspirational nugget of wisdom. And I want to express my gratitude to all our leaders on this platform of Facebook and my leaders on my platform, Professor Nada Raskofi from Croatia. I like your background. Thank you so much for joining us. And Dr. Samina Evelyn, thank you so much for joining us. Ambassador Ilori, Rita Ilori, thank you so much. We played your music this morning. Thank you so much for releasing that to us. I also want to appreciate many people that have joined us on Facebook. Thank you so much, even for your contribution. I really appreciate that. Yes, yes, yes. And if you have any questions, yes, we have my professor and my doctors on the platform. They can answer your questions because they are not here alone. They are here to contribute. So I'm just going to hear my topic, my presentation or my inspiration, and then allow Dr. Samina to first of all